So yesterday, as I told you, like there are features that you need to enable and all, and then like you set up these company information, subsidiary information, okay, classes, departments, location, and all of those things. Okay. After that, what you do is you come down to do the setup of accounting. Okay. So for the accounting, you come to the account setup, accounting over here. Okay.
Okay.
And then very firstly, you enter the chart of accounts. Okay. So, like, are you aware of what chart of accounts mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So at the company level, the chart of accounts will be there. Under that, GL accounts will be assigned basically.
Yes, yes. So over here, like you can create, you can click on the new button and you can create the chart of accounts. Okay. You can give in the account number. Okay. And then, okay. If you want it to be sub account of some account, you can do that. If you, okay, I want to have it as accounts receivable type. Okay, the how you want the currency exchange rate to be, like the general rate type, the current, average, or historical. Likewise, the cash flow rate type. If this is an inventory related account, you check the checkbox of inventory. If you want to
So
revalue
what
your
about
open
the
balance for
inventory level actually here?
here, okay, if this is another current asset type of an account, okay, and you want to include this account in the total balance of the inventory KPI. Okay, that is like the key performance indicators of inventory. Then you check this checkbox.
Oh. So, but
Then
this
you,
again one more question. This chart of accounts normally for us it will be at the company or company code level actually. Here also is it on a subsidiary based or how it will work out?
yeah, it's subsidiary based. So you have over here where you
Oh,
can
okay.
apply for the
Sorry.
subsidiaries. Okay,
Right is
yeah.
there actually.
And if you want to restrict it to some location, you can restrict it to location, class, or department.
Okay.
Then date, description. Okay, summary, and these two things are also something I'm not much aware of. Okay, because
Okay.
accounting part is like handle more of from an accounting accountant or someone. Okay, yeah. So this is how you create an account. Okay. So once your account is created, okay, you go ahead to set up a fiscal calendar.
Yeah.
Okay. For that, you go to setup again, accounting. Okay, fiscal calendars. So over here you have like the previously created calendars. You can click on this new fiscal calendar. You can give name to the calendar as S and D calendar. What you want to be the first fiscal month as. If it's India, it's from April. Okay, if it's US, it's from January. So you can decide. Okay, and if you want this fiscal calendar to be the default of all the other fiscal calendars, you can check this checkbox and just save it. Okay, so your fiscal calendar is created. So why we have created fiscal calendar is because we are going to create accounting periods next. Okay, so your fiscal calendars can be applied to those accounting periods. So which is why we have created the fiscal calendars. Okay, then you go to again setup accounting. Now you, okay, now we will work on the managing of accounting periods. Okay. So over here in the accounting period, okay, like you like create the financial year. Okay. Okay. So to set up a full year, first you need to set up a full year. Okay, you need to click on this. Okay, then you need to tell what year you are creating a fiscal calendar for, and like what is your first fiscal month. And here you can choose the fiscal calendar that you have created, S&D calendar. Period of the year, how should it be? Should it be like as a quarter, as 4 4 5 weeks, or calendar months, or every 4 weeks should be a period? You can decide.
Yeah.
Okay, if it's India, it's 4 4 5 weeks, like we take it in quarter.
Right.
Okay, so okay, so over here, and year and period name. Okay, this is something, select whether the starting of the year is used in the fiscal period name. Okay, for example, if this year starts in 2020 and ends in 21, that's a year. Okay, so this is like the say now, like in India it is this way, right? Like we call it as financial year 2022, even for the quarter or that is falling in 2023 last quarter. So that is like to just like note in that way, to just record things in that way. You mentioned year ending year of period, okay, under year end period name, okay. And any one day like year end adjustment period you want to do, you can check this checkbox, okay.
Can you open the drop down period format?
Yeah.
Calendar. Okay, fine. Yeah, we also used to maintain generally this months actually. This 1 to 12 months we'll maintain in one table actually, and along with
Uh-huh.
the table, company code, this plant and fiscal year, and this month will be there actually.
Okay,
It was,
okay.
and every month that periods should be opened actually. And
Mhm.
previous month, only 1 month back, the periods will be allowed to open backside also, because if you want to post any invoices for the completed month, then it will allow to only 1 month actually. Beyond
Okay,
that, it
okay.
will not allow. For that, that accounting periods functionality was there actually.
Okay,
I
okay,
believe it
okay.
should be the same actually here also.
Yeah, that's how it is. Like you define your basically the financial year, like how you want to break it in the calendar months or like in the quarters, or how it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, got
Yeah.
it.
Any questions? Any other questions here with
No,
respect to the
no
accounting?
questions.
So this I won't save it over here because the already the accounting years are disturbed over here. Okay, I still record transactions for 2019, 2018 only. Okay,
Yeah.
because of the disturb accounting, so I'm not creating it over here. Okay, then like if you want to set up any new year, okay, you just click on this and just go with the same process. And now in the fiscal year you created, okay, in that you want to create quarters. Okay, you can okay, give the quarter name over here, start date of the quarter, end date of the quarter, okay. And like under which fiscal year, like you created in the setup full year, you created the financial year, right? So under which
Yeah.
financial year would you want it, you can select it from here and the calendar and just save it. So with this your quarter will be created. Likewise you can create quarters for the uh, entire year. Okay. Now, if it's not a quarter, if you want to define the length of period of on your own, that is the base period of, okay, then you click on the base period over here, okay, and you define the base period over here, like how long a period has to be, okay. You just give in details and a base period will be created for you, okay. So this is how you do the setup of the accounting period. So any questions?
No, it is clear actually. We
Okay,
used to maintain all these things in a table actually, but
okay,
here,
okay,
yeah, it is in a different format. But yeah, the functionality I understood.
okay. And then okay, the last thing is now like since accounting period is also done, now you create a setup, enter the opening balances, okay, for the year. So you select the period over here for which period you want to enter the opening balance. Okay, first you select the subsidiary,
Yeah,
say half agency. Okay, you can select the fiscal period from here, okay, and the date, okay. And then you can start entering the amounts, if it's a debit amount or credit amount, the opening balance, okay. And once you are done entering all of them, you can just go ahead and save it.
yeah. So, but
Okay,
what is the functionality over here actually?
this is something like you're like see, when you go to the bank to create a new account, okay, you have something you have as an opening balance, right? You put in some
Yeah,
money. So that's how it is. Like for that year, see, for that year, the calculations should start, right, for an accountant person to do everything. So
yeah.
from the first day of that financial year, what your balance is it, based on that, further calculations will be done for the
So, can
inflow
you
and
give just
outflow.
2 minutes actually? I'll try to open my system at my end, such
Yeah,
that
yeah,
maybe
sure,
a bit more idea I'll be getting.
sure, sure.
Once, okay. Where I need to click setup and then opening balances.
Yes,
Right
yes.
away it will come.
Yeah, just click on it and you'll land onto the page what I'm sharing on my screen.
Yeah, setup it is there. After setup,
It's enter opening balances.
oh,
I guess first or second option. No, setup accounting.
Yeah, that's it. One second. Setup accounting is there. Enter opening balances. It is asking for posting period is on system.
First select the subsidiary and then you can select the posting period.
Yeah, I have selected the subsidiary now. Okay, it is showing as a blank here also. One second. Maybe I need to open a specific subsidiary. No, this was blank actually. I guess there is no data because they
Okay,
might
or
not
there
be
was
using this functionality. I don't know.
okay, or there must be some restrictions applied.
But the data itself is blank actually. If it is in a display mode, then it might have been restricted. But here it is completely zero. It issues out of balance.
Okay, okay. Yeah, maybe you can once check it with your
Yeah, yeah, I'll do that.
yeah. So yeah, so this is about the opening balances. Any questions over here? Like at least could you get like what does the opening balance mean and what we do?
Yeah, opening balance, that functionality, I'm not able to get it actually. See, this means at a company level, what is the debit and credit based on the subsidiary, it will be available, is what you are telling. Say,
Yeah.
if I take an example, say
Hmm.
again, if we take TCS India, so on as if they are into implementation of the projects. So
Hmm.
at the finally at the end of a month or at the end of a quarter, if they want to check how much balance they are having in their bank accounts will be shown is what you are telling, correct?
No. So see, tomorrow
Okay,
a new financial year is starting. Okay.
correct.
So now, yeah, until yes, okay. So now, what the current balance is there, right? Okay,
Yeah.
that will be as opening balance for the next financial year.
Okay. Carry forward certain thing. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And based on that amount, whatever the amount will come into the account or go out of the account, like the debit credit estimate calculations will be done.
Okay. Yeah, I understood.
Yeah. Okay. So these are the basic things that you do the setup on the accounting end. Okay. Once you are done after these things, okay, then you go ahead to set up the other major parts, major things. That is like you go, okay, you now start entering the employee records. You start creating them. Okay, the which I've shown you how do you create. Then you go ahead to create your leads, prospects, customers, vendors, and everyone. Okay, so now see your chart of accounts that have, okay, what opening balance is what we saw, employees, okay, what we saw, okay, or the vendor records, okay, these things, okay, you can do it manually also, you can create for each and vendor, every vendor, you can keep creating the vendor record. But if in
Right.
case say you have bulk of vendor records that you have to create, say some around 200 vendors, okay, so then
Right.
doing manually will be unnecessarily a tedious process. So you do it through the help of CSV import, wherein you just finish the job in matter of 5 minutes. Okay, so
Right.
how do you do that is what I'll show you now.
Okay.
Okay, over here you'll take a new Excel workbook now. Okay,
Okay.
I'll just remove this file so that, and okay, now you go on to the, say you click on the new vendor. Okay,
Okay.
so the first line, okay, that is the first row of your Excel sheet is called as the header row. Okay, wherein each column over here will be of some field. Okay, the field name will be mentioned and data against that field will be mentioned. Okay, so in this header row, all the field names will be mentioned. Whatever fields you are using in order to import the data into the system.
Okay.
Okay, so now the first field over here is vendor ID. Okay, then the next field I'm taking up is type. Okay, so when it's type, okay, you can take either of the radio button instead. Okay, I'll take individual.
Okay. So which fields we need to take by experience we will get, or how it is?
I'll tell you. So mandatory fields is something you
Okay,
need to consider. If you miss out
got it,
on
got it.
even single mandatory field, you are going to lose it. Okay. There are
Yeah,
some key points, okay, that I'll just like write it down over here and I'll share this particular file too.
yeah,
Okay. There are some key points that you need to know to do the import. Okay. Very firstly is the header row should be the first row of your Excel sheet. No row above header row should be an empty row. Okay.
okay,
Any empty rows above the header row, it will throw you an error. The import will fail. Okay. And any filters applied onto the header row, also your import will fail.
okay.
Okay. Then I'll take company name over here. Mandatory fields is something you need to take. Okay. Apart from mandatory fields, it's up to you if you take them or not. Subsidiaries also I have to.
Subsidiaries. So sequence is required, or it is not required?
No. If any sequence is okay.
Oh,
Subsidiary. Now I don't want the web address, these things. Now you see form is also mandatory, but you can still ignore it because there is a default value.
yeah, correct. Primary vendor form or something like this.
Yeah. I'll then take email, even though it's not mandatory. Then phone. Okay. And yeah, then I covered all the fields over here in the main. Then
Yeah,
okay, under subsidiaries, I'm not taking anything. Under address, okay, you click on the pencil over here,
okay,
and here in the address, you need to consider these fields.
okay.
Okay, so I consider these fields. Okay, attention and phone I'm ignoring, and then under relationships I don't want anything. Okay, in financial I'll use the primary currency. Okay, and I'm not using anything else. Okay, rest all tabs also I don't want to use anything else, and there are no mandatory fields under any of the other tabs. Okay, so I'm just ignoring. So these are the fields I'm considering.
Okay,
Okay, and then now over here, so see this particular entire this thing, right? This is going to be one single vendor record. Then the
correct.
next line is going to be another vendor record. Okay,
Yeah,
and you will enter the data against each field. Okay, so this is why this is called as an header row. Okay, so vendor ID, say SND01. SND. Oh, sorry, this should be under company name.
so individual is yes or something like that.
Sorry,
Individual means
individual
is a yes or no we should mention,
false.
or for
Yeah,
okay,
true or false. Okay, so I'm
okay,
mentioning false. Okay, so now one another thing you need to know in subsidiary. Okay, of course, whatever the values over here, that only you can give. You can't give any new value of your own. Okay,
yeah.
what we
Otherwise,
haven't.
system will not understand. Right?
Yes,
You can take
exactly.
United Kingdom maybe.
Yeah, so I'm taking Huffman INC.
Okay, HU, HO or HU? I
HU.
don't know. Okay, okay.
SND.
That is .com or something. We can put.
Okay, so over here some random number. Addressing. Okay, countries United States mentioned in the option, so that's how you have to keep. Any
Yeah,
change in the option, you will lose on over here as
yeah. USD.
well. Primary currency is in the option what it is. Okay, it's USD.
USD.
So you need
Yeah.
to keep USD. Okay, now over here I'll deliberately make a mistake, okay, because you will also need to know how do you rectify the errors whenever you face issues. Okay, there's a procedure to do that as well. So which is why I'm purposely making a mistake over here. Okay, and I'm saving the file. Now while saving the file, you need to save it in the CSV format.
Even in the SAP also, I made this mistake as XLX actually, and later at the end I found it should be capturing it as a comma delimited.
Yeah, comma delimited. So okay, now our file is saved, our file is ready. Now you go to the NetSuite. Okay, you go to setup, scroll down, import or export, import CSV records, the first option, opening it in the new tab. Okay, so before we import, I'll just show you the list. Okay, it's recently created in the quick sort, and 6E Infotech is the latest record. Now we'll go ahead to do the import. Okay, so the import type will be relationship. Okay, why relationships? Because vendor lie under the type relationships, vendors record. Okay,
Okay.
which is why it's relationships. Then record type, it's vendors. Okay, character encoding you don't have to change. Even this you don't have to change. There is one file to upload. Yes, so select the file. SND vendors.
Could you
Okay,
please scroll up
so the
this
file.
actually?
Yeah,
Import type is relationships and record type. Okay. Can you open that record type once? The
yeah.
So even for the transactions also, for purchase order uploads also, can I create a bulk purchase orders
Yeah, you can create for anything, for any kind
by
of
using
records.
the same option?
Yeah, but no, in the import time you should change it to transactions
Oh, okay, okay, I got it, got it.
because yeah, they fall under the transactions thing.
Correct.
Okay,
Because that is required for me actually.
okay.
If I create a POS in the NetSuite, right, it should go to my middleware and to the target Ariba system. So that should be mostly helpful for me actually.
Okay, fine. Yeah. So over here you select the record type. Okay, so once this is good, you click on the next button. Okay, you're adding the data, so you just have it add. Advanced options is not for you. This is for the technical person. Okay.
Okay.
Then you click on the next button. The third step, file mapping, will be internally done by the system. The fourth step is the most important step, that is the field mapping. These are the fields mentioned on your CSV file, and these are the fields mentioned in the NetSuite. You need to do mapping between the two fields. Now you see there are a few fields which has tick mark on it. That means these
Yeah,
fields are already mapped. Okay, for you. The reason
correct.
these fields are already mapped for you is because you gave the header names exactly what the NetSuite names are. So it was easy for system to do it. Now even these names are also given exactly what NetSuite has, but never these fields are mapped. Okay, automatically you have to manually do the mapping.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because
so
they are
bring
in
the
the
point.
sub-screen actually at the item level, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. So you can bring the pointer, okay, over here, and you start adding things. Okay, address C,
Okay.
address 1, address 2, city, state, country, zip. Okay,
Okay.
then over here you scroll down to the bottom here in the vendor address. Okay, vendor address 1. Okay, no, in during the mapping you should start with the country because country is the mandatory field. Okay, so you start with the country, first map country, then bring the pointer. Then you can do any order. So I'm bringing the pointer to zip and clicking on zip over here. I'm bringing the pointer to state and clicking on state, bringing it to city, clicking at city, address 2, address 1, address C. Okay, so yeah, this is how I mapped all of them. Okay, so we are good to go ahead. So clicking on the next button. Here you can give import name. So see, I'm giving SMD
Vendor
vendors.
master.
Okay, and I'll
Yeah.
save and run it. So you get a confirmation message that the import file is saved. Okay, now to know the status of the import, here you find a link called import job status. Click on it.
Okay.
So see, it says complete 100%, but one of two records only are imported successfully. Okay, I'll go to the vendor screen. I'll refresh this. So you see SND01 got imported, but SND02 failed. Okay, now let's understand why did it fail. Okay, to
Yeah.
understand the reason of failure, you have an option over here called CSV response. You click on
Yeah.
it. So a
Because as
CSV,
if we have uploaded CSV, system is giving a response to us back to check the errors.
yeah. So okay, it gets downloaded onto your system. Open the CSV file. The first column will be the error message. So it
Okay.
says invalid currency reference key US dollar.
Yes, because we have given there instead of USD, we have
Yeah,
typed that thing, right? Purposefully.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll go back over here. We'll remove the first row because this is already done. And here we will change it to
USD. Any case sensitivities or else it will accept.
it should accept.
Okay.
Okay, but
Because in
you
SAP it used to accept, but in Ariba it we used to get errors
no,
actually.
yeah,
That's why.
it's actually case sensitive. It's actually case sensitive.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because again, yeah, in the cloud compiling system, always it will be a cloud sensitive.
yeah. So now I've saved it. I've made the change and I've saved it. Okay, now this time I'll again go to setup, import, export, but this time I'll not go to import CSV records. Okay, then view
Yeah.
CSV import status is the page or this job status page what you are on right now. Okay,
Okay.
now this time I'll go to saved CSV imports. Okay,
Okay.
and
There you might have some refresh sort of thing.
the saved one. Okay, in the over
Okay.
here I'll expand the filters here in the vendors. Okay, so over here I have SND vendors. I'll just select this. So with this I can skip steps. I don't have to do selection because everything is already there because I'm using the saved one.
Okay.
Just selecting the file. Okay, clicking on the next button. Okay, add yes.
Can we use update?
No, not update because you're
Okay.
not doing the update. Okay,
Okay.
so the mapping I don't have to do because I'm using the save. Okay, SND vendors, yeah, save and run. Yeah, let's overwrite. Okay, let's click on the job status link.
This time it should accept it.
Complete 100%, one of one record imported successfully. So I'll refresh. Okay, and you see SND2 is here. Okay,
Where is that second record? Yeah, SND-02. Okay. On the top it is. Yeah. So for all the master data and transaction data, this is an upload process. how we have to do it, correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe that mapping is the bit tricky sort of thing. Once if I practice it, I think I believe I
Exactly,
can get
yes.
it.
Yeah, you can do it. Once you
Anyway,
practice it,
yeah,
you can do it.
yeah,
Hmm?
because today's video will be there, right? But any once could you please come once again to that mapping part actually?
Yeah, sure.
Just I would like to show see once again. Or else that mapping sheet, if we can put just one record, can you change any one of the record in that Excel sheet actually? In our Excel sheet, that vendor upload Excel sheet,
Record.
not here on the screen, on the Excel sheet.
Yeah,
We can put one more record actually, SND, or else we'll edit this record actually instead. So such that we can
yeah,
upload. We can make it as a 3,
yeah.
and we can similarly change at company name. It should be the same. We can use it, right? Just email ID and other things. Can we change and try once?
Uh,
If we give the same mail ID, it will override or it will ask us for add a change is there.
no, it'll ask us, it might ask for a change.
Yeah, because only email is the common thing.
Yeah,
I believe these all things we can leave as this
okay.
because yeah, these things are common actually
Yeah.
because in one country many suppliers SND03. Okay,
So we'll go ahead to do the
set
import.
import text, import CSV records, and then it should be relationship, and then this should be vendor, and these things need not to do anything. Yeah, SND vendors open, and next
Next,
add
next.
next. Yeah. Here, what is that mapping you told? I did not quite got it actually.
So see, if you give exactly what the field names are there in the record, the same field names you also give on your Excel sheet, right? Okay.
Yeah,
Then the mapping will be done by the system automatically.
yeah, but we have
Okay.
given the same names only, right? Or we change?
Yeah. We have given the same names. But in case of address, in spite of giving the same names, address will never be mapped automatically. You have to do the mapping by yourself.
Okay.
Okay. So over here, I'm just selecting things. Okay. Bringing it over here.
So if we click that thing, it will come here. Okay.
Yeah, it will come over here. Okay.
Simply
Just check
what
if
are
the
all the
pointer is, just check where the pointer is. Okay. And
okay.
keep adding. Okay.
Wherever the thread font is there, we need to click on that such that those fields will come into right side.
Yeah. If they're on the mapping ground, you get a green color tick mark over here.
Yeah.
These fields you can search. So you find over here in the vendor address. Okay. So always address, you need to start the mapping from country. So bringing the pointer to country.
Here what we are doing, yeah, you have selected the zip right now.
Yeah, I've selected the zip. So here I'm clicking on zip. It is coming
Okay,
over here.
okay.
And
Okay,
now I
okay,
select the
got it.
state.
You are mapping the fields which are existing in the uh, our mapping fields to the system related mapping fields.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So so that it will understand in the backend to that how to pick up the data.
Yeah, got it.
Okay. Then next,
SNA. Yeah. Yeah, I think it should also be success.
yeah, one
It
of
is.
one imported.
Yeah, no need to see. It will be there. But in order to display this, use this functionality, do we have
Hmm.
any restrictions or something like that? Only some
I'll tell
parameters needs to be
you.
enabled or something like that.
No, no, there is nothing that you need to ensure that is enabled or not. But there are a few key points I need to mention. Header row CSV file should be the first row. Okay. And one last thing, one CSV file can only take up to 24,000 records. No, 21,000 records. Okay. More than if you have more than 21,000 records, break it into two CSV files.
Okay. Yeah, this is a good input because anyway, I will not be uploading, but for surely, yeah, this is an input actually. Good input. This is interesting actually. This part I will try actually.
Okay. Yeah. So this is how it is. Okay. So I'll just save this. Okay. And I'll send this file to you.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah. Thank you.